Mustafa Ali suffering from Rey Mysterio contract syndrome. Apparently not being granted his release. Is it because he went public, old school? I've said this time and time again. Why are we going public saying we want our releases?
Well, because everyone that's done it so far has been granted their release.
Not everyone.
Not
A very
everyone.
notable exception would be Brody Lee, very famously having to be stuck months in his fucking contract that he didn't want to be a part of.
Big
That's because he had to be extra. It's his asking for.
Hey.
But there's a story. There's a story behind Ali. He didn't just like say, "Hey, I want my release."
Yeah, Gate hit it on the nail right there. He got into an argument with Vince apparently, but Vince wanted him to do something he doesn't want to do and he wouldn't do. And old school, you know a little something about that.
Well, there's only been one thing he's ever said he was really against out the gate in wrestling, and he did not want to play the menacing foreign heel. He didn't want to be the reason a kid boos a man who practices Islam or a Middle Eastern man, even though he's actually Pakistani Dexy. Because one of his gimmicks was they made him the version with the sheikh, and he never that stereotypical gimmick.
Interesting, because the WWE, like, it just feels like the only thing they can do is stereotypical gimmicks.
Home. That's home to them.
Fucking landscaping. Like, what the fuck? What is even that?
You mean Juan Deere's? They were driving the Juan Deere's.
Juan Deere's.
The Juan Deere's, right?
Juan Deere's.
How many times in the history of WWE have we seen the impression of a motherfucker that's like, you know, some sort of Middle Eastern, and it's not even like, it's like an Italian and shit.
Yeah, facts.
Muhammad Hassan.
I couldn't remember his goddamn name. Yeah, Muhammad Hassan. And then he comes out and he got the terrorists on the Undertaker and shit.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yep.
Yo, like, come on, man. Even like if you even pull it back further and you talk about like the Iron Sheik and shit, but that was a different time. Shit like that used to work. Wrestling was dumber in that sense.
It was tailored to a singular group.
Yeah. I hear it's for the whites. That's really what wrestling is about right now, or at least in Vince's eyes, is that he's gonna fulfill his promise for the white agenda, right? Make sure that let's fulfill the fact that most of my stadium and my arena is full of white people, and make sure that the stories that we tell make sense to them and only them.
Can we just stop for 1 second?
That's why we don't understand creative. Does that make sense?
y'all saw the Martin Luther King package they had this week?
No, I did not.
Okay, so they had their traditional MLK video package, you know, going through the credits that he rightfully deserves in the annals of history.
The what?
And let's. The man deserves the credit for the work he's done. Y'all gonna make me.
Vince.
Oh Lord. And then when they panned the camera, nothing but a sea of white people.
Oh, you put that. I saw you put that. Yeah. I missed that shit though. They would. They fucking would.
Just all the whites. to let you know.
And ultimately, there's nothing wrong with that. But if you're in the production truck and you just aired an MLK, you know, video,
it's like we said with Tony Khan. It's try hard.
You know,
bad timing was a little bit more last week's though, right? With the when we announced the album coming out for Black History Month.
That too. Look, JJ said that MLK tribute was trash.
Trash.
It's
I missed it. I didn't even see it.
They put it out every year, you know.
Yeah.
So.
They're like, yo, dust this off. Let me drag this clip
Yo,
to
was
the
Big-
front. Let me drag this clip to the back.
Was Biggie even a part of Raw this past Monday?
Yo, that's a good question. I did not
I don't even think he was on the show.
But Lashley was. It was Lashley and Seth in the main event.
Main event, yeah.
Which makes no sense on a storytelling. Like, all right, so now we're here. So I'm playing with this. Yo, you've got Bobby Lashley on a course right now to do the thing that we've wanted him to do, that he's wanted to do for a very long time. Something that I'm actually excited about. Because when Lashley's on, he's good. All right, he gets a lot of shit thrown at him for being kind of blah. But right now, he's on fire. And not only is he on fire, but he is careening towards an epic battle of meaty men slapping meat against Brock Lesnar. Something that we've always wanted to see. First time ever. Something, it feels exciting. Except it's really weird that Brock doesn't give a shit. Which is kind of deflating. So let's just grab that and put that on the side real quick.
Okay.
So you got Lashley like real motivated and he feels good. Bam. And then you got Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins is really killing it right now. The whole drip god, I hate it, but it works. All right, he's loving it. You can tell he's having a good time in character. It looks good. It sounds good. It feels good. And he's going on a path against someone he's got a lot of history with, right? And the Shield and and it's a good story. Cool. Now let's make them fight each other, because that shit doesn't fucking matter at all. What does it matter? In what world does Rollins facing Lashley matter in any kind of way? Lashley's on a path to Lesnar.
And they gave it a DQ finish.
But you gotta keep both of them strong.
So why put him in that situation? Like,
Exactly.
Because they dumb. Because they are dumb.
They are dumb,
They
bro.
are dumb.
I read a
man.
statistic, and it was like out of the 48 weeks last year of Raw or something along those lines, right? It was like 20-something DQ count out finishes in the main event.
Oh, WWE is
Oh
the
my
king.
god.
They're the king of DQs.
Oh my
Man.
god.
That's
Not
the
it,
shit.
Dairy Queen ain't got shit on him.
You know how we, yeah. You know how we talked about how Vince just knows, like, hey, what ethnicity do you look like? Cool. What's the most racist thing I can do with you? Right? How he works that out. He also has like a template for like
That's
6
verbatim,
different storylines that he works.
That's verbatim.
Ooh, cool. All right, so let's do a can they coexist tag team?
Oh, I
Let's
love
run that
those.
for 4 weeks.
No, but then they give them the titles too. After week 2, they get the titles.
They make them the champion.
And they beat legitimate tag teams and everything. I love it.
Exactly. Dudes beat like tag teams that have been together since childhood, and they come after like 1 week and tag it together with the titles.
If the LOD was there, they would have fallen to Arcade Bro. I'm telling you.
To be fair, that's how movies work too, right? Like the heel has been working at his craft his entire life. He's got this whole backstory of like being abused, but he's like he gets into this mode, right? Look at like the Karate Kid, for example. I was just on a Cobra Kai.
like,
Shots to Cobra Kai.
Yeah,
Yo,
Johnny
that's my
Lawrence
shit.
out here, and he's been kicking ass his whole fucking life. And out of nowhere comes fucking Machio learning karate in like 16 minutes with some fucking waxing and painting and shit. And he
He's
can
from the mean streets of Newark. Okay.
Oh, what?
Yo.
He was an Italian from the mean streets of Newark.
That was scary in the 1950s.
Hey, that was bad. The
gotta
90s
do
were a little rough
fire.
too, though.
He went to move with his auntie and uncle in Bel Air. He got the fuck out of there, right?
No, that's a different show.
Oh, that's
Shout out to the new
good series.
revamp too that's coming out too. Old
Whack.
school put me on that
Whack.
shit. Yeah, it's trash. Yeah.
Trash.
That shit
Yo,
looks
just
like
make-
the OC.
Yeah, subscribe and like, hit that button right now. All right, follow us on Twitch, SoundCloud, iTunes, your mother's